How's it going? My name's Colton. This is Rockwell Resell. We're back in my garage. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how I go about listing products on eBay. As you can see here, these are all products that are all on my eBay store. Every one of these bins has 10, 20 to 30, 40, 50 items. They're all listed on eBay. Obviously, that doesn't just happen. I have a pretty strict process on how I list every item on eBay so that I'm most efficient, because this is a side hustle right now at this moment, and I have a lot of other things that I have going on in my day, so I have to be very efficient with my time, and this is how I do it. The reason why we want to list really efficiently and fast, not take a long time, is to create more time for the things that matter in our eBay businesses. So that could be sourcing products, organizing products, researching products. The list goes on. There's a lot of things that go into having an eBay business, or really any business. So getting more time for those other items, especially sourcing, is going to allow you to make more money. The algorithm of eBay likes to have consistency. They like a certain amount of products a day, every single day, and that's what's going to push the most page views for your products. And this will give you confidence that your eBay store will perform. So there's just a couple of things we need to do before we start listing on eBay. And the first thing is to take pictures of our products. And I have a video about how I take pictures of my products, and I'll link it here so you can go watch it. But taking great pictures of products is the first great step to selling a lot on eBay. We are going to jump right into the computer. Okay, now we are in my office, and we are going to talk a little bit about how I go about listing on eBay. This is one of the most important processes or parts of any eBay business, because this is how the customer is going to find your product and then eventually buy the product for you to ship out to them and make the money on it, right? So you have to have findable listings as well as attractive listings that people can trust. So I'm just going to go through a couple of the steps of my process to get all those accomplished. So when we start listing, we want to make sure we have a group of products already queued up with pictures, right? When I sit down to list, I want to make sure that I have 30 to 40 products to list and schedule, because I want to schedule out 3 or 4 days in advance. Once we have my pictures all queued up and set in front of me, like I do here, we're going to work on today this pair of Carhartt pants right here, and I'll show you exactly what we do to look them up and everything. And so what we're going to do is go to ebay.com, obviously, right? And we are going to search for our products. So in this case, these are some Carhartt pants, and they are the B159-CHR coded pants. And when I'm searching products, I'm always very descriptive on what it is. Carhartt, they give you a code that generally other sellers will use when selling these products. But if you're selling like a Columbia flannel or something, I'd always just type in Columbia flannel, men's, small, and then the color, so that you don't have to put in those details on your own. So I'm going to enter in these Carhartt pants, and because Carhartt is so nice, that code is so nice, it'll bring up the correct products. But instead of looking at these products here that are not sold yet, I like to go down to the sold items so I can start getting a better idea of the pricing. And so I'll show you what we're working with here. These are the pants here, and you can see that those pants that are selling for $24.99 are the same ones. But I'm actually going to take one step further that I just realized I didn't take, and add that detail in so that we don't have to add it in on the back end. So these are 36 by 34. And if someone else has sold them at these specific jeans or pants, we'll be able to use their listing and not have to put that information in. So we can see that we'll just go at this first one. because it shows that, you don't have to go and search through a bunch of different products to find the one you're listing. And so I always open up a new link or a new tab so that I can keep this tab. So when I search the next product, it's right there and I can just start searching. So I will now talk a little bit about how I structure the listings, starting with the title. So the title is extremely important, and it's going to be what the buyer first sees or reads in order to get that sell. So the way I like to structure my titles is first the brand, then the product, then the gender, then the size. You can see that they have the brand, and then they have the product, and then they have the gender, then the size, and then they start to go back into the product here. So what I like to do is, this is all great information that they have here, but I'll just take this and then put it into right here. So now, well, I gotta first get rid of it. And then I will put it right here. So now it reads Carhartt loose fit, Carpenter B159 CHR gray pants, men's, size 36 by 34. So when the customer sees this title, they are reading men's size 36 by 34 really easily, compared to if it's in the middle of the title and they have to find it. Someone wants to know what size they are really quick, and if it's at the end, it's really easy for them to see it. So that's why I like to put it at the end. And so I always like to make sure I go over all of this information and check if the measurements are correct. And that's another reason why I've talked about in my previous videos when doing pictures, that taking proper measurements of the products while taking pictures is really important, because this seller had them as a 33 to 34 inch inseam, but mine were true to that 34 inch inseam that they originally were. So I'll leave it at 34. The waist size was 36. Everything else seems to look pretty good. The region of manufacture was Nicaragua, so we'll put that in there. I like just to be fully transparent about everything, regardless. Not super important, but it's good to throw as much information in as possible. I'm not sure what this custom SKU was, so we're going to delete that. And then these are obviously pre-owned and they're in really good condition, so we're going to type in great. But this is a good point to stop and say, if there was anything wrong with these, I would maybe say, good condition, please read description. And then that would lead someone to be like, okay, I need to read the description before I go and purchase these, because there's something important in there. Another way you could say this is, please see pictures and read. And that also shows someone to say, okay, I need to go look at the pictures before I purchase the item and read the description. But in this case, these are in great condition. So we're just going to type in great condition. And then, as we kind of touched on earlier, the big part of this is about being really efficient with how we work these listings. So I love using this AI description, because it takes all of the different detail points that you put in from above and then uses AI, generative AI, to make a description that really focuses on those keywords, and it works really well. Like, it talks about where these pants would work out, on a winter day or a summer evening, and it's just a really good way to get some more keywords into your listing. But in the case that there was something wrong with these pants, I would always put that at the top of the description. Let's say there was a small hole in the right knee. I would, say small hole in right knee, please see pictures. And that's all you need to do. And then you have to have a picture, obviously, of the small hole in the right knee. And that provides complete transparency with the customer, which is really important when you're selling items on eBay, because you don't want the product to show up and it not be exactly what they thought they bought. Because if it is, you're going to have problems on the customer service side. Once they get the product, you're either going to have to refund them, take a return, or there's just going to be issues that you're going to have to deal with. So it's better to protect yourself on the front end than to have to back up on the back end. And so when we get to pricing, as we were here on this page, right, we're looking at is about a $23 to $25 price range with $9 shipping, which makes sense because then these ones sold for $33. So it kind of adds that shipping together. So I like to be at the closer to the bottom end of the pricing. So I'm probably going to go $22.99. And so what I'll do is I'm always going to do a flat rate shipping, because I've just found that people see it as cheaper when it's flat rate. It's only one price. And I always go to USPS Ground Advantage because it's the cheapest. And I always make sure to have my package dimensions at under 18 for the length, because that's when it becomes much cheaper. You'll see this number drop down to, I believe, like $9 or something. Yep, $8.95 with that 18-inch by 12-inch by 4-inch dimensions. And my packages are always going to be under 18 inches because I use the poly bags. So that's always a good practice. If you're using poly bags, you're likely going to be under that 18-inch dimensions. These will be 2 pounds. I know that for sure. I've shipped a lot of Carhartt pants. So what I do is I put in 9.49, and in most cases, that'll more than pay for the amount of shipping that it will cost. In some cases, it'll be a 50-cent more cost for me, but usually it's just fine at $9.49 for 2 pounds using ground shipping. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So we have the listing listed. We're gonna press save for later, and then we're gonna jump into my phone. Okay, now we're gonna jump into my phone, into the eBay app. And so what we're gonna do on the eBay app is from the home screen, go all the way over to the selling tab on the bottom there. And what you'll see if you scroll down by a little bit, you'll see that draft that we just did from our computer is going to be right there. So Carhartt loose fit Carpenter B159, blah, blah, blah. And since we have gone and updated all the details already, we're going to hit the plus sign to add the pictures. So we're going to add the pictures here. So we're going to do a front picture, and then the back picture, and then the tag, and then the measurements. And if there was anything wrong with anything, we would also add those ones in as well. And so we're going to add those pictures, let them load. And then press done. And then you would just press list item. And then the listing would come up and your listing is live. So you view your listing, and then there it is. So, okay, and now we are back in the garage in the area of storage for our eBay store. And we're gonna do a little update on where we're at on the road to reselling 100K on eBay for 2024. So far this year, we're 36 days in, and we have done a total of $6,454 to date. And that is an average of $179 per day. And if we were to keep this pace, we would be at $65,436. Turn this thing on. So that means that we are a little off pace to getting to that 100K goal. I don't think this is a time to worry, but we do need to kick it up a notch. We need to start selling more, and we will. So what I'm gonna do is start buying some lots online of vintage clothes. I'm gonna try a couple of different wholesalers out, and I think those are gonna make really fun videos, where I spend $500 to $600 on a 100-pound bale of clothes to see if these companies really sell you good things. And that'll help you guys to, find new ways to source as well. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure to comment down below if you see any areas where I could improve within my listing process, or if you, thought it was helpful, let me know down below. I'd really appreciate any comments. Make sure you like it. That's going to help these videos out a ton. And subscribe, because these videos come out every Wednesday no matter what. I really appreciate all 1,100 of you for watching. I mean, it's crazy how fast this channel is growing. I love making this content. I love selling things on eBay. I love just creating videos. So thanks for watching. I will talk to you later. Peace.